A Michigan election worker, Republican. Yep. I'm good. Number 3. 3, 2, 1. A Republican Michigan election worker was stripped of her power recently after it was revealed that she was sharing Q memes online, and more importantly, that she wasn't actually doing her job. And part of her job was to submit a voting machine, specifically a tabulation machine, for routine maintenance. But she refused to submit this particular machine because she says she wasn't so sure about it. She wanted to preserve the data that was on it, which is something that they explained was already done. And then they said, well, since you're not doing your job, we're stripping you of your power. And then they went to somebody else and said, okay, submit this voting machine for us. And she says, okay, let me go get it. Oh no, it's gone missing. So after this individual, Stephanie Scott, was told to submit the machine, said, oh no, I'm not going to do that. Then they said, well, now you don't have any authority. Hey, can you give us the machine? They turn around, the machine is gone. And now they've opened a criminal investigation. And while Ms. Scott has not officially been accused of stealing the voting machine, pretty much all the eyes are on her right now, right? I mean, who else would do it? Of course, again, she hasn't been accused. She certainly hasn't been arrested for any of this, so we don't know where the voting machine is. But it doesn't exactly take a genius to understand where police ought to go looking first, right? I would go ahead and search Mrs. Scott's car. I would search her backpack. I would search her home. I would reach out to any relatives or friends she may have in the area and say, hey, she didn't happen to come drop off a voting machine at your house, did she? You know, I would think that that should be where the investigation probably should start. And hey, if she doesn't have it, then great for her. But somebody took it. Somebody stole this vote tabulating machine in Michigan because they believe in Donald Trump's big lie. That's what all of this goes back to. All of these idiot Republicans out there pushing the myth that somehow these elections were stolen. Somehow you can't trust any of this. The voting machine companies were in on it. The voting software companies were in on it. And all of these lies have repeatedly proven to be false, but they're not going to give it up. Just like she didn't want to give up the tabulation machine to the people who needed to do the maintenance on it to make sure that it continues running correctly for future elections. But now at this point, even if they get their hands on it, the machine is going to have to be decommissioned because regardless of who took it or where it ended up, it can no longer be trusted. Somebody could have put malware on there. Somebody could have, hacked into it, whatever it is. That machine has to be decommissioned. It can no longer be trusted. But here's the thing, folks. You have these Republicans out there that are actively encouraging their little crazed followers to go out there and run for office, local offices, as Republicans, and that includes as election officials. And if that happens, which we are starting to see that happen, more instances like this are going to take place. I hope they find the voting machine, and I hope they hold the responsible party accountable for this and stick them in jail. Our elections are at stake here, folks. And the Republicans, the ones crying about elections not being safe, they're the ones who are making elections not safe now. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for fresh content 7 days a week.